What is up, everybody? Head Cali with the Tomatito Boxing Show. Anthony Olascuaga, Jocelyn Camarillo, fresh off her 4th victory.
Yes.
All attention is on you right now. Let's guide our attention towards you. How did you feel up there?
I felt good, not too happy with my performance. I know I can definitely bring more, but, we're still super early in my career, and there's still a lot of growing and learning to do, so, yeah.
Who do you normally train with? Who normally corners you?
Right now it's kind of a back and forth situation. Obviously my dad is always in my corner, period. But, we're still, trying out, different camps. I've been doing camp with Coach G, and, this camp I was with his trainer, which was Rudy Hernandez. So, yeah.
That's what I was alluding to, that you ended up cornering, so WBO champ, and now you get the experience as a trainer. Talk to me, how different was it? How was it nerve-wracking, frustrating?
It wasn't frustrating, it was just like, oh, I wanted her to do this and this. So, and like sometimes she would do it, sometimes she wouldn't do it, or sometimes she would do it and it would work and then she didn't do it again. But I mean, it was good. It was, and now I understand Rudy's frustration with me because I know that she can do more, but she's her worst critic. So, but I think she did great. The body shots were working, the over right hands were working, and great experience.
From the game plan, from what you guys practiced and the way you guys trained to the way the fight played out, did it go to plan? Exceeded? Met expectations? How did you guys feel?
According to the fighter, it did. She was gonna come forward, and we knew that already from the jump. She was working on her lateral movement, hit, move. So I mean,
during my combinations, just kind of.
Did anything catch you off guard?
Honestly, I thought after the second round, she was already wore down, so I was like, okay, I got this. But I think after the third, she came to fight. She also was she brought it out of me as well. And I think that's also, I like these kind of fights where, it's back and forth, and people, you just show who's the hungriest. And so, yeah, she definitely brought the fight out of me, and we put on a great show.
So we'll stick with you for women's fighting. Traditionally, you don't need that many fights to get yourself up in the rankings and get a title shot, right?
Yes.
What are you looking at as far as this year, your outlook for this year, and then how far are you from a potential interim or potential challenging for a title?
We'll see how it goes. Like you said, it's not super hard to get up in the rankings. So for now, just, continue to keep fighting and
trying to get more rounds too.
Yes.
More rounds, 6 round, 8 round.
Yes, more experience. I think maybe.
Longer fights, you mean?
Yes,
yeah.
I think maybe next fight I'll start doing a 6-rounder. Maybe the knockouts will start coming too.
It, right? Because you're 9-1 right now.
Yeah.
You're already a champ, so you kind of threw that wrench in there already.
Hey man, you gotta. He who doesn't take risk in life will accomplish nothing.
Absolutely.
Well said by Muhammad Ali. So I'm here for it. If you want to be great, you gotta test yourself with anyone. So
for you, Anthony, I wanted to touch base with you. Your last fight, they put the mic on you as soon as the fight ended, and the first thing that comes out of your mouth is, "Sorry, I didn't get the knockout."
Oh yeah.
I'm fighting with that urgency then.
I was boxing that night. I thought he was gonna come bring the fight to me, but it didn't end up. You need two to fight, and I was trying to tell him to come in, but he knew what I was trying to do, I guess. So I didn't get the knockout, and I'm usually one to get the knockout. I have good power, but my coach says manos dinamita en manos de pendejo no explota. So I was a dumbass for that one, I guess.
So you're all roads, as far as we're seeing it right now, leading towards Taraji.
Yes.
You running it back with Taraji.
Hey man, I want it if he wants it. I'm out here for it. He beat me at 108, 2-week notice. Now I'm a champion at his current division. Let's make it happen. It's just the right thing to do. I feel like we owe it to the fans. What I can do with a good camp and what he can do with a good camp versus me. It'll be great.
Do you see it going very different? You see it picking up from the last fight?
Oh, for sure.
You guys left off, or going completely different now that it's a new weight?
Look, he's a nice guy. Out of the ring, nothing but respect. But inside the ring, I'm there to fuck him up. Sorry, excuse my language, but I'm there to fight him. I was trying to fight him the first fight, but I didn't really find the rhythm at all in the fight. So, I did catch him, but I think the next run it back, it'll be a greater fight.
Jay,
for
you
sure.
Find yourself shadow boxing while he's in the ring out of nerves?
Yeah, for sure. No, I'll be sweating. Every time he fights, I get really nervous, very emotional. But he trains hard, and I know his potential and what he can do. So I'm always very confident in his abilities.
So there's an ideal scenario here where you could go for Yabuki, Unify, and then it'll be an undisputed champ with Taraji, right? Or would Taraji be ideal? Let's just get that past.
Anyone.
Nice.
Yeah, Yabuki was trying to mention my name like a few fights ago. But the only thing is that I don't know like what promotion company he's in, so I don't know if that's gonna like, I don't know how that works, you know.
That's an interesting fight because Yabuki has a win over Taraji.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Run it back, right?
Yeah. So I mean, it would be ideal, you know. But maybe we run him with that Buki, you know.
Line him up.
And Buki.
That Buki's good, you know. He comes to fight. He's a hard fighter, but he also fought Junto Nakatani, and Junto beat him too. So, you know, there's a lot of history there. So.
Are you setting your flag at 112, or are you keeping an eye on 115? What's going on in case you were to move up those 3 pounds?
I don't know. Let's see.
I guess we'll never know.
I guess we'll never know until we find out.
Jay, 105. Who would be the ideal opponent when you get to that title? Who do you think is going to be getting announced on the opposite corner?
Well, you know what? Right now, who has the title is Naomi. And, you know, she has the, what is it? I think the WBC U Championship. That's the one I'm looking for. So I'm trying to, you know, rack up my fights and get in the rankings so that can be a potential fight. You know, I sparred her and I got to spar her sister. And, you know, I feel like I got it. I'm confident. And, you know, let's make it happen.
I've seen many posts where you guys are being mentioned as the power couple. And the way you guys are fighting, it's proving that way right now. Now, aside from boxing, you're the card lover, but you exit the passenger door, get your gear out the trunk, and it's an old school Mercedes, like a colored Mercedes.
Oh, you really be stalking? Nah.
No. Listen, there's a car lover, so that means there's a passion outside of boxing.
For sure.
Right? So who's the car lover out of you too?
Oh, I definitely love cars.
Yes,
you know?
definitely.
My coach Rudy Hernandez, you know, he kind of persuaded me into like seeing what cars are out there and what beautiful cars. He had a 58 Impala, and I fell in love with it. But I just can't afford it, so I'll settle for other cars, you know, until we get there, you know. Yeah.
It's not. You're not that far away.
Hopefully not.
You're not that far away. How have these events helped you guys' career grow? Because Tom Loeffler is doing something amazing here with the Hollywood Fight Night.
Yeah, for sure.
How have these events helped you guys grow? Not just personally in confidence, in your skills, developing as boxers, but also with your social media and your presence. Because look, now you're doing interviews here today, and the fan base inside, people are wanting to take pictures. How is that helping you manage these events, the exposure you get here?
No, for sure. I mean, before when I came over here, I was like at 34K, and now I'm at, I think, 37. So I definitely, you know, got a lot more eyes on me now, and, you know, gained a lot of followers. So yeah, I think he's doing really great with the whole promotion and everything. Like, you're getting a lot of fans, you're getting a lot of people, you know, knowing who you are. So yeah, it definitely was really good with that.
Have you guys noticed yourself change yet? Does it start getting a little annoying with people tugging you guys, pulling from here and there? They're like, hey,
Oh, you always gotta show love to the fans, no matter what, because those are the ones that are supporting you. They're the ones coming out here paying for tickets. You know, you always gotta find time for those that come and support you. You know,
we appreciate that.
Yeah,
we
for
do.
sure.
That's a very humble approach. And just coming from experience, stories that we could talk about off mic with names that I'm not going to put them on.
Let's not say.
But it's hard, right? Until there's an interview that I remember of David Benavides where he said, I remember when I used to get out the ring, not a single person would talk to me. Now he takes hours just to try to greet everybody as possible. Staying with that in mind, it's something just like you guys mentioned.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely got to show love. They show love to us, so we got to show love back.
All right, let's go. We'll start with you, and then we'll close out because this is your day. We'll start with you. How do people find you? How do people reach you? How do they stay in tune with what you're doing?
Well, if you don't know my name, you should know my name. My name is Princesa. Princesa.Olascuaga on Instagram. And you know, just find me. You know, you can always search me up, Anthony Olascuaga. You know, I have a Wikipedia. But you know, hey, you know, for all my fans, thank you for everyone supporting me. You know, Nela, baby, let's go.
Your fan base in Japan, because you got a huge fan base in Japan.
Oh, Japan, you know, that's my second home right there, you know. I get mad love from Japan. Japanese fans, arigatou gozaimasu, gozo-sama desu. Thank you very much.
Hey, let's follow up with you. How do people reach you? How do people start following you?
You can reach me at j.camarillo7 on Instagram, but you can also just search up Jocelynn Camarillo, it'll pop up. And what are you trying to say? And yeah, not hard to find, so.
All right, so let's give a shout out to your fans from Arizona. You got a new fan base that's going to be watching you
yeah.
here. And
Hey,
a shout
AZ.
out to the Toma Todito Boxing Show.
Toma todito?
Right there on the mic.
Toma todito. Oh, it's a show.
Take it all in.
Hey, Toma todito show. This is us. Camarillo, Olascuaga, making
Power
headlines.
couple.
No, but hey, for those who watching, thank you so much. Hopefully we didn't bore you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for your support, and up
Hope
to the next
be
one.
New fans.
I'll give you guys a little history here. You guys just hit the first mark. Only couple to ever do an interview together so far.
Hey.
Everybody always
Period.
chooses. Everybody chooses to do them individually. So
Yeah, I
first
know.
ones.
Hey.
we do like that.
All right, let's check out.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.